Live from the Toad Hop Network studios.
In Hollywood,
This
is the ToadHopNetwork.com.
It's a groovy way of relaxing.
Radio worth watching.
Radio worth watching.
Number one then, and number one now.
You're listening to Heffron and Reep.
Heffron and Reep.
Rated #1 podcast by the World Podcasting Federation and the Podcast Ranking Association. No, for real. It says it right here.
This is the epicenter of audio frequency entertainment.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Can't get enough of it.
Oh, yeah. You guys are the best.
Heffron and Reep.
I love you, love you, love you.
The Heffron and Reep Show.
Hey, everybody. It's John Heffron. Of course, I'm John Heffron from Heffron and Reep. I'm the Heffron part of that combo. John Reep, as always, being a movie star in Detroit. So, once again, I'm carrying the weight of that young lad. But today, in studio with me, I have a good friend, Mr. Adam Ferrara, who decided to show up and help me co-host.
How are you?
Good. You might probably know Adam from Rescue Me. You were on that. You're currently one of the co-hosts on Top Gear.
Yeah,
which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And you have numerous specials.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I felt weird reaching out. That was one of my things on the podcast was I wasn't going to reach out to other comics and say, do you want to come in? Because I don't know if that's annoying. Like, honestly, when I texted you, like a couple of people, I would go, hey, and you do that thing where you go, what are you doing Tuesday? And immediately... Don't know, but I have something more important than whatever it is. So I think I phrase things differently where I'm like, hey, got you to say yes to the podcast and then went, by the way, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, yeah. So you said, you should do my podcast sometime. I said, I'd love to, John. How about Tuesday? I went, shit, he's got me.
Yeah. So is it, as a comic, because I don't get asked to do podcasts. There's a lot of them.
Like Mark, that's because you have one.
I don't know.
I don't know what the podcast etiquette is.
Yeah, either do I. And it kind of hurts a little. I got to be honest. Like, the WTF podcast, every comic, I think he's had every open mic run. I've had a little success. Doesn't want me.
Okay.
Jimmy Pardo, big friend, big fan. Hasn't had me on in maybe 11 years. Or is it my personality?
Nah, it could be just it's not time yet. There has to be time for your schedule and their schedules to line up because you're busy. You and Reep are busy. Reep's not even here.
He's not even here. And yet, by the way, we have to do this. Sorry, 1 second.
You're listening to Heffron and Reep. One of the Johns is out, so per their agreement, when one's gone, the other will talk positive about them and plug dates for them in their absence for 15 seconds starting now.
Please go to johnreep.com, johnreep.com. Follow him on Twitter at John Reep. Go to Facebook at Facebook/John Reep and tell him I reminded you of him.
Okay, now back to the show.
Great. Now, am I obligated to do that too?
You don't have to. It's just a thing. But here's the deal. I know for a fact because I'm on the road every week from now till January. When Reep comes back, it's going to be the time when I leave and go on a Canadian tour with Jim Brewer. He's not going to play that thing.
You got to make him play that.
But and here's what I want to talk about.
That's not fair. That's John bias of John. You can't have a John bias. I just don't think he will. Renee agrees. You can't have a John bias.
Well, I don't think he will. And here's the deal. It's my podcast. I don't have to play that. But yet if I don't, I'm like, I didn't follow the rules. It's my podcast.
Okay.
None of this needs to be done.
I understand. Well, in your head, it needs to be done. Yeah. Otherwise, things are out of place and doesn't compute, and steam shoots out your ass and everything goes to shit.
So how often are you on the road, Adam Ferrara?
I'm on the road quite a bit with Top Gear now. It takes up, we're fortunate we got picked up for 16 episodes. So it's a long production schedule, almost 9 months between by the time we shoot everything, come back, do the voiceovers, do the editing, do the studio. So it's a long process. So as far as stand-up goes, I got to take it where I can get it,
Gotcha. And when you go on the road, now you've been doing stand-up probably as
July 13th, 1988 was my first time on stage. East Side Comedy Club.
Mine was like 89. So do you have, and this is where I'm trying to let go, and I decided maybe I'll have all the guests on this show will help me with my own therapy.
Well, I looked at the Rorschach pictures you gave us in the waiting room and filled out the questionnaire.
Oh, perfect. So we'll be able to diagnose. So do you have any rituals when you come back from the road? I guess is the question. Like when the first thing you do is you walk into your house. You haven't been there in, a week or two.
Right.
Is there like a way to go, hey, let me pee on the couch to let everyone know that I'm
Mark
back?
my territory?
Yeah. Or
first thing you do is you go to the bathroom.
You just go to the bathroom and
the
sit
bag
there.
is by the door. I go to the bathroom, and that's right. I'm going to sit down. Don't bother me till I come out.
And do you kind of like mark your territory? Because I'll do things, because what my wife has to learn is I'm gone, and then I'm basically home maybe 30 hours a week.
So you're an intruder in your own home, pretty much.
Yes.
When she comes home, she's like, I'm glad you're back, but don't screw everything up. I have a system.
And it throws her off, because if let's say I try to help. Let go, I haven't been home in a while. Let me undo the dishwasher and put the bowls on the right when they go to the left.
Yeah. You're
There's a
messing up her
discussion.
system. Yeah, there's a whole
But it's
thing.
not a sanctioned, like, I don't know what governing body
When you're gone, does she play the I'll be nice to John for 15 seconds thing? Is she obligated to do that?
She is not. I don't know why.
I think this is just you. Your wife doesn't do it and Reap doesn't do it. This is just you.
Right, yeah.
Just when you're not here, I don't even think Renee does. Renee doesn't even want to hear it when you're here.
Yeah, I realize that. I have more of a, hey, make sure you do this when I'm gone with Reap than with my wife.
This is a neurosis with you. This is something you feel you need to do.
Maybe because I do it, because deep down, I really don't care about Reap, let's say. Okay. So let's say I don't care about Reap, or plugging his at johnreap.com. But maybe I'm more concerned, which this will be my motivation, would be in a bad place, more concerned that he talks about me when I'm gone is the only reason why I'm talking about him.
So you have an agenda. So this is not purely... This isn't a purely I do this because I said I do this. This is because I have an agenda. And then when Reap doesn't do it, you get mad at Reap. So right now, you're angry at Reap for something he's not even aware of.
Yes, because he's never not done it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So he hasn't even been in a situation.
But you're just waiting for him not to do it so you can yell. Now, do you bring that attitude back to the house?
I'm already mad at him for something that he hasn't done.
You're like a wife.
Yes.
You're mad at him for something he's not even aware of. You're mad at Reap for something Reap did in your dream.
Yes, I did that with my wife coming back the whole way home this trip. My wife works for a booze company, and she has a lot of, it's called POS. A lot of tequila posters, a lot of Johnny Walker stuff, beach volleyballs, because anytime you see that signage, my wife's kind of all of Los Angeles. Well, that stuff bleeds into the garage. Okay. So sometimes when you pull into the garage after you've been traveling for 13 hours, there's shit in the way.
Right.
And then you have to get out of your car.
That drive you insane? Sorry, my bad. Well, apparently some of that booze came to the studio.
No, I was trying to delete it, but it didn't work out.
No, you could do, Renee, is you could pay attention to our actual conversation, be engaged. Gotcha. You're like the guy in the front row at a comedy club that's texting the entire time.
Did I use a word I shouldn't use? Was there a language?
No.
No? So I didn't say fuck and you tried to beep it?
By the way, did you know on our show, on a side note, then I want to get back to our thing, me and Reap donate $1 to Wounded Warriors every time we say fuck or shit on the show. So we don't do it. So if you hear us swear, it's actually
it goes to Wounded Warriors?
Yeah.
Start the clock.
Yeah,
fuck. Here's a 20.
There you go. Yeah, he's got it. There you go. And if you go to swearjarfund.com, you'll see it. It's right on Wounded Warriors' website. So we're back to our neurosis. So the way I'm coming home, and in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to pull into this garage. There's going to be Johnny Walker bikes in the way. There's all this stuff that she gives out to the girls that give out this stuff. I'm already so mad at my wife for having to get out of my car and move stuff. And I pull into the garage, I hit the garage door button, and I'm telling you, I've had an argument scrimmage. I have argued with my wife from LAX all the way back to my house, pulling into the garage, spotless.
See that?
Not a piece of nothing on the ground. Completely.
Do you feel like a dick?
Completely. And then I walk into the house, and then, hey, no. Just super cool.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like...
But you wasted that entire trip. You went around in your head... You were miserable, and you've created. You're your own. I'm the same way.
I was miserable the whole way. I was so mad.
You get angry at shit that doesn't happen.
I almost texted her, going, "That garage better be clean."
And she would have been so pissed at you
because she went, "Oh, you mean the one I've spent 5 hours cleaning?"
So when you came home from the road, you'd be nice. You mean that one?
Yeah,
you dick.
And then I immediately had to do it because I called you right at the time, or
I think you called me in the middle of the fight in your head because you were quite agitated.
Yeah. So then I got home. And the cat litter box was completely full, and I'm really allergic to cats. And part of the deal was I'll get cats, but I'm not doing the kitty litter box.
Okay.
I've never not done the kitty litter box, and since we've got
now,
these
why do you
guys.
do? Because you can't stand the smell, or you just
I have, although
it bothers you that
I
it's
think
sitting
I'm
there?
growing out. Yeah, when you get in, it smells.
Yeah, I don't blame
it.
you.
Smells like things. So that's right when I called you.
I have a dog. I have my dog.
And who deals with the dog when you're gone?
Well,
Let's talk about
my wife watches the dog, but I have
crap in the yard.
Yeah, she'll. If I'm home, I usually do it because I'll go around and take care of it. But if I'm not there, she does it.
Is it a week's worth of crap built up, or is it a?
No, she goes every day. I don't make her go once a week.
You know, there's a service.
She's pretty regular, my dog.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, I thought
you were talking about wife picking up.
Does she shit once a week? I was like, nah.
Yeah, does your wife, is she regular? Does
we're okay.
You know, there's a service for that
What?
picks up your dog stuff. I'm not
really,
and I use it because I know it wouldn't get done if I didn't have somebody take care of it.
Why did you marry a heroin addict? I mean, does she do nothing but lay around all day? And
No, she works 17 hours a day at her job.
Not only is she working 17 hours a day,
Yeah.
the garage is clean, and you're still pissed off.
You know, maybe I got to learn to let it go.
You know what?
I don't know
I'm a wonderful husband. I'm just realizing right now. I'm nuts, but I'm not that bad.
Yeah, you can just keep bringing up things, and I'll tell you how I would have handled it, and then you.
But I'm the same. I have some of the same stuff. Like I'll get in a fight with somebody that they don't even know what's going on, and I play stuff in my head. Do you ever talk to yourself throughout the day? Bluetooth saves me. Bluetooth, because people think I'm on my phone, but I'm yelling at nobody in the car by myself. I actually got caught in an elevator.
Right.
Just because that's the way I want it, Larry. And there's nobody there.
Right.
The door opened. Some woman heard me scream, and she's just staring at me. So now I got to play it because I'm embarrassed. So I look at it, I go, "You believe this fucking guy?" And the door closed. She turns around and walks away. As the door closing, I had to keep playing the moment. Go, "You see what you did, Larry?"
Do you think the voice that pops in your head, do you think you probably talk that way to yourself when you're 15, 16, but it's a quiet little inner voice? And the older you get, you just feel the need to actually say it louder out loud?
I think the older you get, the less you care about what other people think. And this has been in my head so long, I got to get this out. I got to just get this. You ever lay down and go to bed at night, and when everything runs through your head?
Right.
And now it's time to play That's What I Should Have Said?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that keeps me up for days.
I do that with hecklers, or if somebody said something in the crowd, like at night, I'll lay there. This particular woman, when I was like, why didn't I say this? But then I look at it as practice for if that situation ever comes up again, then I'm already, but there's a couple hecklers to this day that I think they heckled me 15 years ago. I'm still rehashing that night.
That's the stage is the only time where everything is clear.
Right.
Because I'm not thinking. Everything is just... That's the state of grace for me. That's the ultimate expression of what I can do because I'm not thinking. All the other stuff in my life is you're thinking too much.
Right.
On stage, you're
present. The only thing that bugs you,
and that's it.
We're talking to Adam Ferrara. That sounds very NPR-ish, but it's always weird when people are doing podcasts.
To Adam Ferrara, and just so you know, the spotted owl still in danger.
Yeah, or we do this. All right, everybody. It's 3:13, 13 after 3. Here with comedian Adam Ferrara.
It's lesbian acoustic coffeehouse music.
We'll be back right on this. So when you're on stage, from looking at, I've seen you perform a bunch, and then even yesterday, I was going to grab a clip of you to bring you to the show, but that would have been too much show prep. You throw about at the same speed that I do when I'm on stage, which is pretty fast.
Yeah.
Like I'm just one of those guys. I throw 98% or 98 miles an hour almost every time, just energy wise.
Yeah. It's fastballs and curves. There's not a lot. There's a couple sliders in there, but pretty much.
But you do the thing that I think more comics should do. Not that this is a comedy class, where you change levels, where you go from crazy energy, or not crazy energy, but just exciting, and then you drop it down.
Yeah.
And then you hang out there for a little bit, and then you pick it back up, and then you hang out.
Take your foot off the gas.
A lot of guys like to go, I'm going to pound you, and this is
I
it.
used
The
to
whole
do that. That was
same with me.
My first special was that. It was just bang, 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 bang. But it's like it's not a ride. It's not. I think you have to do that if you're that type of. I'm a confessional comic, so I talk about my life.
Yes,
and it was high energy, so that was just who I was at the time. But going back and looking at it, like, okay, I've done that. What else can I do? My last special, I attacked some stuff like my dad had cancer. And I had to talk about it to get it out because I just was I was babbling to myself. So I actually spoke about it was true when I tried to get my the decision to go for the chemo and everything else but I learned how to bring the audience down, get my point, and then come back and just make the laugh so big it was a release. But you have to build that tension first to get that release. And I'll be honest with you, John, I couldn't have done that when I first started. I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, I think it's fun doing that because I've gone a lot of like speaker training-y thing lately.
Yeah,
I'm kind of a seminar, and there's a thing. It's called a charisma pattern.
Is that what it is?
Is when you in every type of crowd, there's three different types of people. There's the really super high energy people.
Right.
There's the
Cocaine.
really low energy people. The thing, and then there's just your flat line
booze. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the
Coke, booze,
yeah.
and
Why
weed.
didn't they explain it this way? This sounds more. So yeah, the cocaine guys. You have the booze guys, and you have the pot guys.
Well, it was Coke when we started. Now it's meth.
Yeah.
Meth, weed, and booze.
And now
Look at Renee. Yeah, it's meth.
So what you do if you're a speaker, and this goes out to anybody who has to give a sales presentation, is you start off at booze level. You start off just respectable adult booze, not crazy spring break booze. But
Single malt scotch.
You just start talking like this. You start talking normal, and you're just like this, and then pretty much you grab everybody. And then as you're going, you pretty soon, then you start ramping up your voice. And as you're talking, everything's really excited, and you kind of hang out in this area a little bit. But the thing that people are going to listen to most is when you drop it down here.
But you can't start there because you won't get them.
You can't start. You can't start at the bottom. So now in my act randomly, and I don't have like a system, I'll just start ramping it up,
right.
And then I'll do the next. I'll start talking. I'll start down here for a little bit.
Yeah, but
the people listen like so.
But now you put your material in there, so there's a reason for it. You're just not doing it like
I just
two Jews walk into a bar. They own it. It's just
sometimes it works awesome. Other times I lose the joke, but it's fun for me to do on stage just to change it up. It keeps me more engaged into the.
And if you're engaged, they're engaged. Well, let me ask you this: you say you have to start at the booze level, the Johnny Walker Blue level. Have you ever started? See, I would come out 9 times out of 10. You have to enter at the level of the room,
right?
But if some guy leaves a mess on stage, or there's something in front of you, you don't have a clean intro, whatever it is, and you got to get their attention. I'll just go right to meth. I'll just walk in and smack them in the face just to
I
get their attention.
I used to do that, and it all depends, like you said, on the person in front of me. Yeah. Like, when I do a corporate event, if the guy introduces you, usually most corporate events, your intros are like, they always read your name first, which is
they always mess it up.
But like, all right, guys, sorry.
He has a podcast with this imaginary man named John Reed.
Yeah. I'm sorry, we'll be letting go most of everybody in this room. But in the meantime, Adam Ferrara, have you seen on Rescue Me and Top Gear, Adam Ferrara.
And
and then they walk away.
And then nobody there.
And you have like a sprint because it's usually you're in back. So I used to go, hey, everybody, what's going on? So now what I'll do is whoever introed me, I'll match or mimic that exact level.
So you're entering the level of the room.
Because they're used to. So I'll go, hey, everybody, let's keep it going for so-and-so. And then just a couple minutes later, then I'll wrap it up and start to get my own personality.
I did a convention in Miami of cancer doctors.
Okay.
Right. So they left the slides up behind me. So there's two things: the slides up, and the guy that introduced our entertainment tonight is a comedian. His name is Adam Ferrara. I want to thank you all for coming. We have a lot of work to do. Remember, there's still no cure. And he walked away. And the slides were up. So all I did, I walked on stage, I picked up the mic stand, and I just pointed, okay, let's review. Malignant, benign. Malignant, benign. I had nothing else to do. So I made fun of him for a while because that's all I had.
I have in my
Mr. Bedside Manner.
I have in my contract, or my rider, if I do a corporate event, that there's no video right before I go up. Now it seems kind of prima donna, but there's no, because sometimes you do a charity event. Well, they'll have a very moving kid sick of something video,
sure. and then
you walk out and you're just like, oh
yeah.
So
I did the hospital benefit in San Diego a couple months ago. That was kind of like that. They're raffling stuff off and people are speaking and you saved my life. And it's like, hunchbacks are coming out. If it wasn't for that trip to Lourdes, I wouldn't be able,
And then you get on stage, boy, aren't wives weird? And they're like, what? Boy, that was a weird jump. It's kind of, so back to, I'm going to talk a lot about my neuroticism. When you're on stage, now this is random, and I don't like asking comic question, but do you wear the same clothes you wear during the day? Do you wear them on stage at night?
No, I got show clothes and it's like your school clothes and your play clothes.
Yeah, so they're almost like a superhero.
Yeah.
This is what
you need your uniform.
I have my thing, and then when it's go time.
But I will do this. If I'm only doing a Friday and Saturday, I'm wearing the same thing.
I just started doing that. But you changed. Like, I go complete new socks, underwear. I am as fresh as possible.
Right.
Okay, that doesn't make me that crazy.
That's your uniform. No, that doesn't make you that crazy.
Because I see some comics, they're like, we play basketball, and then they're on stage. I'm like, why can't I be like that guy? That guy doesn't care.
Well, okay, because that guy doesn't care. That's why you can't be that guy. You have to have some respect for your audience. You know, who said Thelonious Monk said, "What should we dress as sharp as possible?" So you got to look. I mean, people are coming to pay to see you, so you got to make an effort.
My dad told me when I first started doing, he saw Kenny Rogers in Vegas, and he literally
had the beard every show.
He goes, when you're on stage, you have to dress like Kenny Rogers. He always is nice, and I still. Every time I'm like,
you wear a leisure suit?
I'm going to wear, like, if I'm just going to go jeans and T-shirt, I go, nah, I can't. I got a Kenny Rogers in. I got to put up a button up.
Some guys look good. Like, I messed around. Like, when you start, you don't know who you are yet, so you got to try all this stuff. So I tried the Sinatra thing to wear a suit and always look better than they do. And it didn't work. It didn't work for me. But I can't go on stage with a hat. I can't do that. I can't.
No. I got to be shaven. I got to be.
So there's a balance. I mean, I got a nice jacket I like to wear.
Because some cities you can't wear, like I tried to be the suit guy.
Yeah, I can't be the suit guy.
But then some clubs it's okay to be the suit guy, but then if you're the suit guy, let's say Punchline in Atlanta is a great club.
Yeah.
You'd be really.
You walk on in your suit, they say, we're getting ordered.
Although Jamie, the owner, wears a suit and he does, well, maybe
he's
it's
not
just
on
in
stage.
The head. Well, he's in the beginning, but some clubs you just go, it's going to be weird if I'm wearing a suit.
Well, it's not even the club because it's who you are. If they're coming to see you, they're coming to see you and who you are and the image that you've cultivated and that they know. Like I wear suits at corporate events only because that's the environment you're going into. So it's but a corporate event's different from a regular club because they're not coming to see you. They're coming to the event, and you're just an added attraction.
I think sometimes doing corporate events for those listening who've gone to you've seen it. You guys are in breakout sessions all day and doing stuff, and then the comic gets up. Sometimes I feel that it's probably the same feeling strippers have on some of them.
Really?
When you're just void of all emotion. I wear a thong, and I come up with a nice little where you're just on stage going. Okay, let's just. I'm going to shut it off now. Let's just. You know what I mean? Let's just.
I got to reserve my energy.
Yeah,
I got to go meet with Bob again.
Adam Ferrara, stage 3. John Hevern, stage 2. Cinnamon, stage 1.
Please welcome to the main stage one of the Johns. It's Heffron.
Don't forget, Adam.
He's working for dollars, not for hollers, fellas.
Adam Ferrara will be in the back. Keep it out. $30 VIP dances, $20 table dances. Come on, everybody, after you break out. See Adam Ferrara. So you wear the same clothes. That was a question for you. You have no over rituals when you get home. You just go, I'm home.
Go to the bathroom and then, wash up, throw some water on my face.
My new ritual, you know what I do? So the second I get home, even if I'm super tired, I take my clothes out of my suitcase, I wash them immediately, and I am repacked within an hour and a half of me getting home. So that way,
are you wanted in certain states? Why do you have to make a quick exit?
I am repacked because I leave Thursday for San Francisco. If I didn't pack last night for 3 days straight, the only thought running in my head would be I have to pack.
Okay, so you're obsessive. You're OCD kind of.
Yeah, I think I'm growing into it.
You got I'm growing into it.
I probably always.
It's great. You'll have to touch it. You'll have to brush your teeth 4 or 5 times before you eat lunch.
But you don't have any of those? Do you have
OCD? You know what I'll do is I'll open the refrigerator and just fucking stare in it.
Okay.
Like I'll just open it and stare in it. Like an idiot. I'll do it.
Is that OCD or is that just hoping
I think it's just stupidity. I'm hoping that the food fairy showed up and put something to eat in there.
I'll do that. Like I'll close the door, then I'll walk to my computer, then I'll go, surely there's something in there. No. And
okay, I got OCD on the computer. I'll get up. I'll go to NFL.com. Football season's coming up, so I'll check that. I'll go back to Google News. I'll go to Jalopnik. I'll look at cars and stuff. But that's a loop. Like and go back to my email. So I'll be writing something and then sometimes I'm not even aware of it. Oh, I'm back on NFL.com. I haven't realized I've switched.
Do you play fantasy football?
No, I do reality gambling. So I never understood the fantasy football. What are you fantasizing about? There's a game on.
Yeah, I don't know how you pick players, or is it like Dungeons and Dragons? I have so many questions, and Reap is really big into it that I just don't.
I don't have the. I'll be honest with you, I don't have the time. I mean, I think if I did it, I would get addicted to it. So I haven't even started it. But I've been, as a kid, you check the scores, you check the spread early in the week, then the spread fluctuates by the end of the week, and then it depends on who's hurt, and then.
There was a website where you could bet on. I think it's gone now. We bet football, but you could bet every play.
Really?
And then you can put, the
it's
dollar.
Called IHaveAproblem.com.
Yeah, every play. So it was like I think we bet like a nickel, like every play. So if you're like, are they going to pass? Are they going to run? If they do any of those,
So
are
like,
they going to
it's
get
all
20
prop
yards?
bets.
It was just every single minute you could bet on. All right, we're going to break. Let's do this real quick because we got to take a break because we've been talking for 12 minutes and nobody can handle that.
Heffron and Reap will be right back.
I'm just addicted to it.
Oh, yeah.
Just all around cool. They're awesome. Number one.
You're listening to the Toad Hop Network, radio worth watching.
The SodaStream Soda Maker is fun as hell. The kids are going to love it. There's 50 different flavors, and it's healthy. There's no fructose, corn syrup, or aspartame. So pick one up at Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, Macy's, Kohl's, and Walmart. Or just go to SodaStream.
Saturday night, August 25th. It's the hottest party to hit the West Valley since, well, ever. Heidi and Frank, after hours live at the Canyon Club.
You're doing shows out in the garage? This is classy.
See Heidi, Frank, Smeeze, and their cast of characters doing their live stage show.
There's nothing like watching water run down this body.
Plus, the Tasty Thieves will rock the house. Heidi and Frank, after hours live at the Canyon Club. Saturday night, August 25th. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster or Canyon Club. listening to the Toad Hop Network, radio worth watching.
Lock it in and rip the knob off. You're tuned in to the #1 show on the planet. The Heffron and Reap Show. Heffron and Reap. Follow them on Twitter.
Totally, for sure.
At Heffron and Reap.
I don't know why I play the Worlds Collide song. It just has the greatest intro ever. Just that song, like you can do so much in just that 11 seconds.
Wow.
And it's mellow.
You're someone who shouldn't have GarageBand.
Yeah, it's almost like
do too much.
You know the thing you put in front of kids where there's a mirror, then the other thing can go,
and then the other thing does nothing.
This is literally, the iPad has become that for me.
Yeah.
Where I just sit there and I hit stuff.
A busy station.
Yes, yeah, it is an adult busy
It
station.
keeps you from having mental fights with your wife that she's not participating in.
Yes, exactly.
Like it distracts you. Now, do you have ADD? I'm telling you have it.
Subject change.
Is that a cat? Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I have it so bad that I have a bumper that lets you know that my brain has just switched into something else.
I had it before it was cool, by the way.
I don't know if I don't have ADD. I just think that there's a lot going on.
No,
you know
got it. You have it. I'm looking at you. I'm telling you have it. I get ADD in a sentence. My wife will say, "So you're gonna drive?" I'm like, "Nah, wait after traffic. Maybe I'll take the car." That means yes, I'm going to drive.
Right.
But in my head, it's got to go through that shit. And my wife just shakes her head. I went, I did it again, didn't I? And yeah.
Yeah, my wife, when she'll watch this on video, she's like, you bounce around a lot. Why do you bounce?
Me too.
But I'm like, yeah, but no, it keeps my energy. I don't know how people can just...
I thought you had to pee.
Well, I do. But by the way, I pee now before I get on stage, maybe 15, 16 times.
That's your prostate. That's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I think it might be. I had to pee. I was on stage in Columbus, and I had to pee on stage. I literally had to look at the crowd and go, I have to leave for a second.
You left?
I had to leave. So then ever since then...
I've never done that.
It's scary. I don't think there's anything worse.
And what did they do? You didn't have your iPad hitting subject.
John will pee. Yeah, no, I had to go. I've never done this before. I have to go pee. Called the MC back up. Ran to the back. Peed. And in Columbus Funny Run, you have a. It's a pretty far
it's
run.
Troops room.
You have to run all the way around the back. I peed. Went back on stage and went. So ever since then, no. I pee maybe 20 times before a show. I won't drink water an hour before I get on stage.
I've never. How far into your show were you?
10 minutes.
You're 10 minutes in. You had to pee.
Yeah. In my brain, I was like, just start talking to people. You can make it. It's only 30 minutes. Yeah. I started doing that, and then I'm like, so what do you guys do? And then she said something to me, and then my brain went, I have no idea what she just said to me. I completely went, so what do you do? Pee. You should just pee, John.
All you heard was,
John,
I'm a waterfall.
Yeah,
don't say that.
Just pee. Just pee. So when you're married, right?
Yeah.
And you've been married for how long?
We've been together about 7 years. We officially got married February 6th this year.
Okay. And so when you're on the road for any stint of time, I don't know with Top Gear how long you're gone.
Well, I'm gone for that too. Like I'll leave. We'll shoot.
So you're gone every week.
Yeah, when we're in production, I'm gone. You know, like the journeys we do is about 6 days. After that's about 3 days. And if I do a weekend somewhere, maybe she'll come with me. My wife will come with me on the road if she can.
If she doesn't, though, and you're gone for, let's say, a week or 2 weeks, every day phone call to her?
Oh, yeah.
And how long are those phone calls? I don't know if I should be asking you this because when my wife hears this.
Well, yeah, you don't want to dig a hole.
Well, maybe I'm just doing it for effect. Maybe anything I say now is completely just false and just here for entertainment purposes.
I send her an email every morning when I wake up. You know, have a good day. I love you. Whatever. You know,
okay.
I'll send a stupid picture. You know, just waking up in a hotel room. Look at this. You know, look what you're missing. Look at this artwork.
Gotcha.
You know, it's dogs playing poker.
So it's a little.
So every morning she'll wake up and she'll get a good morning email from me.
Okay.
And then
can you auto schedule those ones if I like? If I just loaded up 30 days worth of stuff.
Do you want a service? Yeah. Is that what you want to do?
Listen, every hotel TV is going to look the same. Why don't I just go to iStock
I'll try and make her laugh.
No, I'm talking for me. And I'll just go, here's my TV, and that'll be my running little cutesy thing, but I'll just load it up.
Something that makes her laugh, and I'll send her an email every morning. I'll text her throughout the day, probably try and call her at lunch when we have a break. A lot of times,
yeah, but you're shooting.
We're shooting. We're in the desert. We don't have a signal. So I'll say, listen, I'm going to do the best I can, but she'll know that I'm out. And every time I come home from work, you know, I'll go back to the hotel. I'll call her before dinner. Usually we get back and, you know, okay, look, get a half hour down the lobby, we'll go to dinner. So I'll call her while I'm getting ready and getting out of the shower to head down to dinner.
Right.
Go out to dinner, come back, and you go to bed because you got to be up early call, like 6 in the morning. I'll say goodnight. How's the dog? What's going on? And so 3-4 times a day.
I think I do that, but all our conversations are pretty short because she works a lot. So when I call her, she'll go, "Oh, I'm slammed right
she's
now."
Working too. My wife's at home, doing what she's doing. It's just not like, when is he getting back? I miss him. It's not that.
Yeah, my wife read somewhere that what happens is when people are in long distance relationships, that they start to maybe resent isn't the word, where they start to get mad that the person isn't there, and then so the conversations are kind of weird. Where if you went old school and went, let's say it's Thursday, we're going to talk Saturdays from noon to 1. And then you kind of save up all those little check-in phone calls. Right. But we tried that, and then so it's 2 days of no contact.
I'd rather have the contact.
And then Saturday comes around at that 12 o'clock time, like most of the podcasts, not prepared. I didn't write notes. So it was like, how was your day? Had good shows.
You need that checking in? I think
I like the checking in. I like this to make sure, no one burnt down the house. You're not being held hostage.
Yeah, you're okay.
I check in more than my wife does.
Yeah, I do too. I make sure she's all right.
My wife can go like a full day and go, oh, sorry, I forgot. Or she has a boyfriend by now. I mean,
okay.
Or that's an option.
No, I think I check in on her more because I worry that she's is everything okay?
Right.
So I check in with her more than.
Is it weird that
more for me.
Maybe cams, maybe like those baby cams where you can just like check in? I thought about doing that.
Watching, yeah.
I can just watch my dogs run around the backyard and
watch my dog
and stuff like that.
How long you married?
I've been married for let's see, I got married right at last conversation from now 7-8 years.
Okay.
But I've been home maybe,
You've been home
35
3 weeks.
days. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we've been married 35 days in 7 weeks. Because that's the weird thing when you travel, you go through a whole cycle of a relationship in a 2-day span. There's a, oh, nice to see you. Then there's a complacent. And then there's always a before you leave argument, which is actually, they have a name for that. But sometimes people need to argue so they feel connected.
Right.
So you almost create.
They call that dysfunction. Is what they call it.
They create this
like
is the
way
fake
my
argument.
mommy and daddy loved each other, so that's why I'm going to yell at you.
Yeah.
I find that, look, I come, my family's loud.
Right.
We're loud people. And the first time I remember when I went to my wife's house for dinner with the in-laws, I was sitting there, I'm like, it's so quiet. Like, don't you people drink?
Yeah.
Doesn't anyone owe anybody money?
My wife hasn't been around in, because she works, and then we have, I have a stepdaughter. My wife has a daughter, so a lot of times when there's time off, it's spent doing stuff with her daughter, as it should be.
Sure.
So she never comes to Michigan. When I see my family, it just hasn't worked out yet. So, but it's been almost like 3 years.
What about the holidays? You do Christmas where?
You know what we do? We kind of, our daughter gets first priority. So it's kind of like whatever, because she's in Florida half of the time. So it's whatever she kind of is doing is we kind of go to her. It's a little bit easier because, my family have seen me for 40-some years.
All right.
It's okay.
And you don't have any new material, so.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's the worst, right? Do you ever have family come and see you at your shows? I don't let them.
I don't sit them up front. I say, sit in the back.
Yeah.
You're not helping. I don't need you here.
Or it's just
I don't need you yelling, tell a story about Uncle Frank. I don't need that.
Or like I always look at my dad and his arms are crossed and he's smiling. He's more concerned about other people laughing.
Yeah.
But I have not a fake persona, but sometimes I exist as a comic. I will exaggerate something that happened in my life.
Yeah.
And if you have the people who are actually there at the time it happened, then you're looking at your sister going, that completely didn't happen.
Yeah.
It happened this way.
Yeah.
And then
this is how I make a living. It happened this way.
But when you're staring at the person's face, you're
Don't
like, no,
fuck this up.
You are blatantly lying to everybody.
I'm not lying. They call it comedy. It's genius, damn it. I'm exaggerating to make the audience enjoy themselves.
So we were talking, I guess, off air during that one song that you're bringing up some personal issues on stage, and I've started to do that more. I mean, I've always talked about things that go on.
Yeah, you talk about your life. You're not an observational.
When I was 21, I talked about 21-year-old guy stuff, and then the older you get, now it's 42-year-old guy stuff. It kind of
that's it. Like, who's it? Muhammad Ali actually had the I think it was Muhammad Ali's quote. He said, "If you see the world the same at 50 as you did at 30, you wasted 20 years of your life."
Exactly. Do you now, when you see younger people in the crowd, do you go, I want to speak to them? or do you go, I'm going to stick with my... I didn't make any sense. Here's it. I talk a lot about...
Do you adapt to your audience?
I talk a lot about being... Not a lot. I found a way to where I look at young guys and, my running theme is, I'm 42 married. I come to you from the future. You know what I mean? So what I do is I tell these young guys, listen, you're on the same road as me. Mm-hmm. I just left a little bit earlier. Mm-hmm. And what's going to happen? You're going to pass. And then, then there's literally hours. And for the rest of your life, you can throw in jokes within that subset. Right. Like the first one I ever did was, there'll be time in your life, my young friends, when all those condoms in your pocket will turn to Tums. Right. And then that's how I bridge. You can be a 19-year-old at my show or a 60-year-old and everybody, everybody loves it. Right. But there are some comics that write for that second show Friday, which is that 20-something, and then I'm like, I don't know why. I don't know if I want to talk about pot for 45 minutes straight.
It won't ring true to me. And the minute you're not true on stage, you're dead.
Yeah, because there's something creepy about if you're, our age, a little bit older.
If I'm on stage and I'm trying to appeal to that 20-something, I'm the old guy at the club.
Yeah,
I'm the creepy old guy at the club, and it's not going to be enjoyable for anybody.
That's what I see when
they don't want to hear it.
Yeah. When I see older guys going, where are my tequila drinkers? Really? You're 45. Yeah. You still need to check in with the
Listen,
tequila.
Captain Cirrhosis. Just calm down.
Yeah, really? You got to find... Yeah, I get it. Pot makes you do stuff slower.
I didn't come to see you trying to be me. I came to see you being you, and I'll take what I need from it.
Do you ever stress out, or do you ever... as you can see, I'm a little bit neurotic, where I'm constantly thinking, what's going to happen to me 15 years from now? But I've done that at 18.
Me too.
When I started doing comedy, I'm like, man, I want to be this or whatever. So now you kind of hit that thing where, I was on stage and I was joking, going, I need to start putting together my Branson, Missouri mailing list. I need to start developing that crowd. Because let's be honest. We'll do a nice 1 p.m. show.
They'll come to me.
We'll be done by everybody be asleep by 6.
I'm ready for my 4 o'clock dinner.
Yeah, we'll have some pudding.
I'm in bed after the 8 o'clock news.
Why would I not want that?
I'm done.
So, and that's sooner than later. That, I'll be, well, whatever.
Look at it. You want the good. You got to start looking at the good things in life.
I need a mind change.
You don't have to worry about the rest of your life. You're half dead.
Yeah, you really are coming up on the back 9.
That's it.
Even a 40.
You're around the clubhouse 40, turn, baby.
Yeah, even 40 is not old at all.
But look at you. You look like shit.
I know. I look like shit.
Your head is going to torture you. You're going to die twitching.
Yes, probably.
You're going to die having a fight in your head with nobody.
Exactly.
Your eulogy is going to be this. We don't know what he was babbling about.
he just
he wasn't in a hospital. He wasn't sick.
I was thinking.
He just said, "How dare you?" and keeled over.
I have no. I don't drink. I don't do anything. And I'm like, I need to start something because I think now at my age I can outrun almost any.
That's a good question. What do you do? Like, because I have this neurosis. I have this obsession and my anger and stuff. Stuff I'm dealing with. But what do you do to release tension? Do you work out? Do you?
I work out. I used to do a lot of boxing and Krav Maga.
Did that help?
Yeah, I think I need to add some type of that energy needs to go somewhere.
I think you need to hit somebody. I think that the bags aren't going to do it. You just need to. You got to beat somebody up. Look at you.
I wish there was a place.
Look at Renee. Oh, yeah. Even Renee says, "Look, we're just waiting to see when he snaps."
Renee, what's your price? Okay, let's say somebody goes to you. Maybe not me, because I don't want you to be sizing me up every time you see me in here now. But if someone went to you, I got this billionaire. He's never kicked anyone's ass in his entire life. He's willing to throw some dollars. Will you put up a decent fight? But at the end of the day, he wants away. Will you be the Washington Generals of this? Washington Generals, Renee, from the Hollywood Globetrotters. Yeah. What would be your price?
At least.
Now, listen, he can't physically, you're not allowed to break anything. He's not going to eye gouge you. He's not going to, maybe we'll even go no nad shots.
I'll take 50 grand.
Okay, see, you're doing it wrong. You go like Renee, you go up to Renee like this. Okay. Renee, come here. Listen, you're going to take a dive, okay?
Okay.
It's good for you.
Okay.
It's the healthiest way out of the situation.
Right.
All right, you're going to take a dive. And at the end of you taking a dive, we're going to show our appreciation, okay?
All right.
We don't need to name numbers because we're all gentlemen. All right? That's it.
That's the Italian in
That was very Italian.
Yeah,
very Italian.
See, I can even.
It ain't your night, kid. You're going to go down, but we're going to take care of your family. All right?
All right.
All right. So with that, what would you? He said it perfectly. He was like,
okay.
You should have saw Renee's face. He was like, what? You guys have somebody? Yeah. He literally. I'm all hypothetical. Renee's like, no, yeah, totally. Do you have a guy?
Yeah.
What would you do it for, price wise?
I'd take 50 grand. fuck it.
I bet you take less than that.
I take even 10 grand. The situation I'm in right now.
All right, we clean up your MasterCard bill. How's that?
yeah, whatever that is.
You get free Wi-Fi.
Wipe me clean of debt,
there you go.
and I'll do it.
Now let me ask you this: Do you worry about the debt? Does it bother you?
I do. You know why? And I'll be really honest.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 DUIs. I got them 9 years apart.
Okay.
And I spent $4,000 on a lawyer, and I charged it on my credit card. So right now I'm trying to pay that.
You're paying
down.
the juice off.
My most recent one was in 2008. So 4 years. And that shit's still on my credit card, and
you're paying interest.
Still trying to bring that shit down. So that's really hurt me. And being 33, I just turned 33 August 2nd.
Right.
Yeah. So I always think about in the back of my head, how the fuck am I going to bring this credit
he's
card
32.
down?
He's 10 years younger than you. He comes to your show. He's got the same worries as you. He's laying in bed at night going, what the fuck did I do? I'm kicking myself on my steak. I'm still paying for it. If I can only get out of this hole. How is he different from you?
Yeah,
he just looks better.
Maybe, yeah.
And he'll take a punch. That's how
exactly.
What it is.
A really expensive.
He'll take a dive to clean up his debt.
Now I'm thinking, if the guy was going to spend $50,000, I don't know if he'd spend it on beating you up, Renee, or I think he'd just get himself some high class looking chicks. Or maybe I guess everyone's got a weird finish.
Depends what he needs.
How about high class looking chicks beating me up?
Beating you up?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to charge you for that.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a kind of a company where we can go where it's just like the rage.
This is LA. You can find anything you want.
And you let somebody, it's like a fake house, and you let somebody just come in and just trash it. You know, just go crazy with the basement.
Did that. Did you read? I just finished the Mick Wall book, When Giants Walk the Earth, the Led Zeppelin story. Mm-hmm. And they used to, right here, the Hyatt House used to be the Hyatt House. Now it's whatever it is across from the House of Blues. It's not the Hyatt House. Next to
like the W
next to the
or
Comedy
something.
Store, whatever the hotel was. So the manager freaks out. He's yelling at the Zeppelin manager, Peter Grant. And so he goes, "Oh, sorry, do you want to trash your room?" He goes, "Go try it. We'll pay for it." The manager went up, trashed the friggin' hotel room. The guys watched him, laughed his ass off, gave him a big wad of cash to pay for it. Said he felt great after that.
Wow.
Yeah. How
See,
cool is that?
I think that's a service.
All right. Lady Gaga going to do that? I don't think so.
Hell no.
You're not going to get the gorillas to do that for you. They're cartoons. They're paying cartoon money.
Right.
That's a service. I think people would do that. And
we had a psycho bash when I was in high school. We had to raise money for something, and my friend Jimmy had an old Toyota. So we had a party at the house. We put a black wreath around the Toyota, and people paid to take a sledgehammer, and they paid per whack. They got drunk and just beat the hell out of this car right in the driveway, and then we flatbedded it away.
We're missing out. I
think so.
We're missing out on. Here's where we are. Service. We'll deliver those cars to people's driveways.
Right.
And if you just moved into a neighborhood and you want to let the neighbors know, I'm probably not the guy who
you want to mess with.
You want your dogs to shit on his lawn.
Right, yeah.
Well, you have an episode where you come out with a bat and you start smashing the car.
But you have to yell out everything that goes, if I see dog shit on my lawn again!
Yeah.
You got to put the car in the street like it's somebody else's car.
Yeah. You don't park in front of mine. You just go crazy. They'll call the cops on you, but you haven't committed a crime.
No.
Because you have that's a genius.
I better not hear that music anymore!
And you just go crazy.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't have kids coming to your house with Girl Scout cookies.
I don't care if it's Halloween. Get your own fucking candy.
You would, man. That would really help.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. And here's my other idea, real quick. And you guys can tell me if I'm being I'm just going to tell you. I'm not going to throw all these things.
You be you.
Here's the deal.
The wind is blowing. Let that freak flag fly.
I don't know what we're going to call this place. I was thinking maybe. Here's it is. One side is going to be food, stadium seating. Mm-hmm. You know, like maybe we'll go chicken wings or something like that type of guy food.
Okay.
And that's going to look down like a movie theater into a one-way mirror.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're just looking into a big, huge window. Mm-hmm. On the other side of that is a yoga class.
Okay.
And we're going to give the yoga class to women for free.
So you're eating wings and you're watching
staring
women
at
do
girls
yoga.
in those yoga pants,
okay,
facing your way, and you just eat and you just stare.
But they have no idea that.
No, you'll let the women know. You'll go listen. You'll never really even know because it'll look like a mirror to you.
Okay, so you're gonna have some guy with like blue cheese dressing and chicken wing in his hand going, look, we're behind glass. No one's going to be touching you or nothing. Just, do the chaturanga fast, up and down, and scream out the name, I don't know, Benjamin. Can you yell out Benjamin? Oh, Benjamin. Upward facing Benjamin. Can you do that?
Do you think people would show up?
No, I think you'd get arrested. Well, you can't do that.
Well, why couldn't you? I mean, people at my health club, you stare at the fitness class or yoga class anyway.
And they're asked to leave.
Or I was thinking, like, we'll just call it fetishes. I don't have this fetish, but, like, it's just girls in skirts trying to put stuff on high shelves. Okay. And then you're eating. So it's like kind of like theater.
A theme fetish.
Yeah, but it's like theater.
Can you jump rope in slow motion, honey? I mean, just...
Don't you think people is like a weird theme?
A weird theme? And I gotta watch. I gotta like women bending over and watching. I gotta like chicken, and I gotta like stadium seating.
Okay, out of those three,
how long honestly, before somebody pulls a Fred Willard? You're gonna be closed down in a day. You can't do that.
Oh, you're right. Someone's gonna pull it out.
You know.
Once we keep the food though, maybe how sometimes like
that makes it worse.
We'll go nice salad, so it'll bring in a different type of
different kind of clientele, different type of perv.
The more Brooks Brother-y type.
Yeah, the low cholesterol perv.
Yeah. Nah, you guys don't like either. Listen, which one I think?
I have a lot of fetishes. I also have high cholesterol. Is there anything you have?
Matter of fact, yes, Downward Dog just on the street. And by the way, here's a free membership for your wife. Do you have anything you want to plug, Adam? Hold on. Ready for this?
You got a plug button? You're way overproduced.
Why would I not? Listen to this.
Heffron and Reap, shameless plugs.
We're here with comedian Adam Ferrara.
Perfect. My shameless plug is going to be Top Gear, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock on History.
And Twitter?
And Twitter at Adam Ferrara.
And if you
me on Facebook.
And if you happen to be listening, can you let Adam know at Adam Ferrara and say we heard you on Heffron and Reap? It's just because, and now listen, people are going to email me and say, stop complaining about numbers. I'm not complaining about numbers. I just have no idea how many people listen. And the only way I kind of know...
Right now, me and Renee are all ears. So you got 2.
And my girlfriend, she discovered you when the Muppets episode, so you have a fan out there.
That's
cool.
That's
3.
I opened for the Muppet, or I did a show on the Muppet Show in Montreal.
That's great.
Kermit the Frog
I'll tell you,
me.
a lot of yoga people will not be listening to you. You're not going to get a lot of yoga classes.
I think there's something there. I just haven't. Maybe I'll do like a street cart. You know how they have those hot dog stands? Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what I'll do first. One yoga mat, one girl willing to do yoga as we sell
in a
just
street
hot dogs.
So it's like the car wash where you can watch the car go through the wash, through the glass. You get your basket here, you eat, you walk along while she's doing yoga, and then you just walk out. So it's just like you're walking through the truck.
I'm not saying they're great ideas.
Hey.
But
look, how many missions to moon launches do we have before we got there?
We had a lot.
See, we're starting.
Here's what we learned on the show.
Get the hell out of here, Renee. This guy's going to drag you down. This is going nowhere. All right, get a job, pay off this lawyer, lead a happy life. All right, you see this? This is a black hole right now.
Hey, if anybody wants to, I guess, beat up Renee for $50,000, that's where start the bidding. Are you willing to donate half of that to the Wounded Warriors?
Or if they're willing to eliminate my credit card debt.
Are you willing to donate half of that? If we can get you $50,000 and have a medical team standing by, but you'll be able to kind of fight back.
Couldn't you? But why if you just like sell a kidney? You can get $50 large for a kidney, right? Depending on your blood type.
My kidneys, though.
You only need one. You only need one.
How much money would make you feel comfortable? How much extra a month or total? Let's say we can wipe it off. Let's say we're billionaires.
If I can get $5,000 a month.
It's that much of a debt?
Yeah.
How about this?
I got other
John
shit
will
going
give you
too.
$43 so men can watch you do yoga.
Yeah.
And lunch.
Yes, just take the violence out of it.
And you get chicken wings. No more violence. You just got to do yoga.
Okay. Yeah. What would you do if we gave you yoga
pants? Let guys eat chicken wings and watch you do that.
Hey,
we do it in here.
$43 a class.
I'm cool with that.
There you go.
Yeah,
now you can test it out.
There's windows and then stuff here. We can pick one of these.
Yep. Go put on the shorts.
You wouldn't even have to look at the guy. We'll make you wear tights.
Okay.
And you face the other way, and you just pop in like a Insanity video or P90X.
Mm-hmm.
It's we're on Hollywood Boulevard. I could probably find a guy that's willing to pay that.
Did you drive past Man's Theater?
Yeah.
Did you see those characters? Those raggedy ass characters?
Yeah.
Iron Man with the gut. Did you see that guy stuffed into that fucking
Have
suit?
you ever seen the documentary on those people?
No, but that guy was huge. That guy was a big fat pig in an Iron Man costume.
There's a superhero documentary about 3 of them. It's the most saddest, coolest documentary you've ever seen. You see how much money they make, how they do it, and what their apartments look like. It's for the next podcast.
I'm going to go check. But Iron Man should not smell like gin. All right, this guy was messed up.
All right, everybody. This was another episode of Heffron and Reap without John Reap. Make sure you say hello to John Reap online. Check out Adam Ferrara's everything. Adam, I really appreciate you
nice to be here.
Popping
Tell
in.
John I said hello. I enjoyed. We worked together in Seattle. He's a good guy.
This has been another episode of Heffron and Reap.
This is the epicenter of audio frequency entertainment.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Can't get enough of it.
Oh, yeah. You guys are the best.
Heffron and Reap.
I love you, love you, love you.
The Heffron and Reap Show.
You're listening to the Toad Hop Network, radio worth watching.